right, guys. Happy Thursday. For some reason, I'm thinking it's Tuesday. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Fresh Fitness Thursday interval conditioning class. So today we're going to build up on what we did from last Thursday with the 6-minute intervals that we did. And it's going to be the same workout today. But instead of 4, we're only going to do 3, focusing on that sprint at the end of it, right? Or higher intensity at the end of it. So before anything else, if you guys have any questions, feel free to send it on the chat. Email us at info@freshfitness.ca. And if you're enjoying the class, let us know. Invite your friends. The more the merrier, as I always say. Alrighty? So we're going to start in about 9 seconds. We're going to do our warm-up. 3 movements, 30 seconds each. Jumping jacks, up, down with the stepping, not the jumping. And then we're gonna do the shuffle touch, and we're just gonna go through it twice. And then we'll do some mobility, some activation. In 3, 2, 1, jumping jack, away. Here we go. So easy peasy stuff here, or here we go. Right? So again, it's just a warm up. We're not going all out, right? Hot off the gates, like a horse out of a, whatever that is for racing. There we go. Nice. So 7 seconds to go, and 5, 3, 2, and let's go into your up down. So the up down is a slow movement. Go into your plank, stepping up, down. Switch up legs if you can. Okay, step back with the right, step forward with the left, step back with the left, step forward with the right. So change up the pattern as much as you can. I want you to really think about that movement pattern. And think of really feet flat, pushing the body away from the floor, right? And not letting that chest come up first. We want the hip to do the work. 3, 2, 1, let's go into your shuffle, lateral and touch. And again, we want to make sure if we can go long and get the adductor stretch out, get that hip activated, and then rotate at the shoulder or at the chest, at the thoracic, even better. Going nice and slow. We're going to do about 2 rounds. And we have 3 seconds, 2, and back into your jumping jacks. Here we go. Okay, and again, if we can't get the arms up, go into a T, right? So step out, right? But if you can, even better, right? Explore that range. Breathing right through it. Making sure the core is braced, otherwise you will feel out on your back, okay? 5 seconds to go. And in 3, 2, 1, up, down, stepping back. So you can change the patterns up a bit. Step with the right foot, step back up with the right foot. Up we go. Hands flat if we can. Step back with the left, step forward with the left. All right, so I want my hip and my shoulder to come up at the same time. Tall plank. So think of your patterning with your steps to really just get that mind-body connection going. 3 seconds. Let's finish up one more side. Nice. And then last one on your shuffle. Here we go. Again, I want to keep my chest up. I don't want to be rounding off here. That's a lot of pressure on my mid-back right there. And then my glutes are on holidays. So I want it active. The glute is active. Quads, hams, core is braced. Keeping my posture nice and tall. Nice, 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. All right, let's get into your up, down dog with the spiders to kind of just get the joints ready, right? Forward fold into your tall plank, up dog, down dog, breathe through it. You can pedal that heel if you want. Tall plank, left foot, left hand, reaching up. So again, we want the movement to be smooth I don't want it rushed, but I also don't want it slow that we're getting that heart rate too low. We just want to even out that heart rate a little bit. Breathing right through. And here, if you want to add that hamstring, where you inchworm up, just up until where the hands are flat, by all means, back into your tall plank. Get the shoulders activated in that position as well. Okay, up, down dog. We have about 10 seconds to go. Good. And in 5, finish up where you're at. Let's walk it up all the way and catch your breath. So for this one, we're gonna work on a newish skill. I know we've done it before, but we haven't done it in a while. So you can use your water bottle, you can use a yoga block, whatever you might have handy. And we're gonna do a single leg drop and pick up. Okay, so left leg stays down, water bottle or whatever book you have is on the right hand. We're gonna put it down in front of us. We're gonna come back up. We're gonna try and make sure we stay on that one leg. And then we're gonna pick it up with our left hand, right? So now the bottle's on the left hand. We're gonna go 45 degrees to the left. And then we're gonna pick it up with the right hand at that 45-degree position. Nice and slow, really watching for that balance. And then we're gonna go right side 45. We're gonna pick up with the opposite hand. And then we're gonna put it at the same side, same leg, same arm. Try not to put it too far. I think I just put mine too far. Now I have to really pivot and grab it and back up. And then I'm gonna put it right side this time because that's where the bottle is. Right hand, right side, and then my left hand will pick it up, back in the middle. So now keep that bottle on your left hand. We're gonna drop that right knee next, right foot next. Left knee off the floor if we can. If not, tippy toe. And we're gonna drop it in front of us. Right, pick it up with the right hand. We're gonna go 45 degrees, same hand wherever the bottle is. Picking up with the opposite hand. Right, we're gonna put it 45 degrees, left side this time. Oh, find my balance, touch that toe. I come across, pick it up with my opposite hand. And then I'm gonna put it right beside me. Right, this time I kept it nice and close so I don't have to overreach. And then I pivot and pick it up with the opposite hand. Right, fun stuff. I know, we have another minute. Catch your breath, shake it off. Let's try it again. Very important that we don't lock out the knee. Okay, keep the knee soft, right? So you're able to move that hip around, but keep the posture up. So left foot, right hand. Are we ready? Right hand down in front of us. Opposite hand will pick it up. 45 degrees, same side as the water bottle now. Always picking up with the opposite hand. And see how I'm keeping my knee nice and soft. 45 degrees, oh, same side. And I'm always picking up with the opposite hand. Keep that chest up because you want the load to be on the hip. I'm gonna go to the side and then I'm gonna pivot around and bring it back up. Yeah? And then last one would be on the same side. And then I come around and pick it up, opposite hand. And now I switch foot, right? So there should be 5 drops, right? Left hand this time with the water bottle, right foot down, coming in front. Opposite hand will pick it up. I'm gonna put it down same side, 45 degrees first. And then I'm picking it up with the opposite hand again, which is the left hand. I'm gonna go 45 degrees to the left, picking it up, opposite hand, right hand. Perfect. And then we're gonna go right beside me on the right, put it down, watch my balance. I pick it up with the opposite hand, and then I finish off same side, and I pick up opposite hand. Ta-da, perfect. Catch your breath, great work team. So something to play around with this weekend. It's a nice little drill, especially if you've been sitting all day. It's a nice way to kind of get your mind-body connection, a little bit of balance work, core activation, because we don't want to be rounding off, right? So Catch your breath. So, and then we'll talk about the workout, the first workout. So, first one is gonna be 90 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. 30 seconds of rest, that's it? I think, yeah. So 90 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. And then we're gonna do 10 ground to overhead, either with your backpack or your dumbbells, right? So you're gonna do your 10 ground to overhead. I'm gonna grab my backpack in between the feet, up overhead. And then if we should still have time in that 90 seconds, we're gonna either grab our skipping rope and skip the rest of the time. If you don't have a skipping rope, toe taps or knee drives, high knees. Okay, so 10 ground to overhead and as many skipping, toe taps, or high knees as you can do the rest of the time. And then we take a 30-second break. Okay, we're gonna do that for 4 rounds only. Yeah, we're good? All right, so we're gonna start our first set. 90 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Here we go. Let me see if I can get that. Here we go. 90 seconds, actually it's 90 seconds, 45 seconds off. It should be 2-to-1 work ratio, my mistake. Okay, ready? And in 3, 2, 1, 10 ground to overhead. And again, watching my position. Straight up and down we go. Breathing through, mid-foot weight the whole way through, okay? You're pushing the floor away from you. Good. One more for me. And then I'm gonna put it down. And I'm left with about a minute to do my skipping, my toe taps, or my high knees. So, obviously a minute of skipping is not gonna be all out, right? You want a good pace where the bracing is still happening. No need to get fancy. I don't need to see a double under or a triple under, right? Just nice and easy, whatever you're most comfortable with, a pace that you can sustain. Think of an active recovery, right? And I keep that elbow close to me so I have enough slack. Good. 20 seconds to go, guys. Breathing through it. Stay tall. And in 5, 3, 2, and rest up. Great work. So in this 45 seconds, ideally, we want to be able to regulate that heart rate to come down so we can go again. Now, if you don't have a heavier resistance, you can bump that ground to overhead up to 12 to get your heart rate up a little bit more. All right, so if you want a little bit more of a longer pace because you have a lighter weight. But whatever works, listen to your body, meet it where it's at. We have about 5 seconds to go. On this round, I'm gonna do it with dumbbells, okay? 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys, ground to overhead. For 10, if you have a resistance, if it's a lighter weight, go 12. Breathing right through it. Nice. Here we go. So on this one, I'm gonna do toe taps. I'm staying nice and tall, driving with my feet. Driving with my arms, keeping my core tight. Trying to develop a nice space that would work best for me. If you don't want too much, tap a little bit higher so you get a little bit more, right? Getting the heart rate up a little bit more, okay? So imagine this is a jog, right? You just did a sprint and now you're just jogging out. before we rest and recover. 10 seconds to go. Keep up that bracing. Keep up that pace. And in 3, 2, catch your breath. So on a scale of 1 to 10, we should be about 7, right? And you should be able to come back during the rest, go back to about a 5 so you can go again. So it's a sustainable pace. We're only doing 4 rounds, right? So how well can you recover? So you can push the pace at the same rate, at the same intensity. Okay, so we don't go hot off the gates on the first round and start to slow down as we go through the sets. Okay, we have 2 more. 5 seconds, we're gonna go again. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Breathing in, big breath out. So I don't wanna be leaning back. I wanna go straight up to the ceiling. If there's no mobility here, bring it forward, pull it back in, drop, punch and pull, punch and pull. But as much as possible, we don't want that hip doing any of this. We want the hip fully extended, squeeze that glute, core braced, okay? Nice. This time I'm gonna do my high knees. Like I said, I'm sprinting a bit more. Okay, now try and maintain that knee up tall. I don't want us starting to do this. Okay, stay tall, pull that leg. So you're pulling that other foot off as the other foot drops, right? So you're not just sloppily dropping and then throwing that knee out. So try and be mindful of the position. Keep the hips square, shoulder square, tall. You have 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, and rest it up. Woo! Great work, guys. So this is our last round, and then we'll take a full 2-minute break, okay? Before we go on to the next one. Yeah. So as you can see, I should be able to talk about the workout, talk through the workout, because my pace is not a sprint. It's a nice steady pace that I can maintain. Alrighty? Good. Scale of 1 to 10, we finish at a 7. By the end of the rest, we should back to about a 5, so we can go again. 5 seconds to go. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let us go for it. Here we go, last set, for this round, and then we'll get a nice rest. So slow out your pace if you need to. If you have a heavier weight, really focus on getting full extension at the hip. And see, I don't need to look up because I know where that weight is going. Right, me looking up just makes me arch my back, and then I lose the weight in front. Nice. I'm gonna finish off with my skipping, because I rarely skip. So here we go. Nice and tall. Good stuff. Okay, don't slow down too much, okay? Try and keep that pace. There's only 20 seconds left. So this is where you can talk if you're with somebody beside you, but not sing. Breathing. 5, 3, 2, 2 minutes break. Catch your breath. So take this 2 minutes to do some extra active mobility. especially if you're feeling any kind of tightness. So if you want to come into your hip shin box, slow it down. This is a great way to kind of keep the joints mobilized a little bit more. If you're feeling a little bit more tightness in there, right? Couple more rotations if you want, but stay moving. I don't want you to sit down and not move, okay? By the end of the 2 minutes, we should be back at about a level 4, so we can go again for our second round. So for the second round, it's gonna be 5 rounds this time, 60 seconds of work only, 30 seconds of rest. Okay, so 2-to-1 work ratio again, work rest ratio. We're gonna do 10 kettlebell swings, right? If you have a lighter one, by all means, go 12 to 15. And then the rest of the time, you're doing your knees to elbow. So grabbing your swings, if you have a dumbbell, backpack, kettlebell, right? So we're doing 10 minimum if you have a heavier one, 12 to 15 if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more. And then the rest of the time, we go into our top plank and we do a knee up and a knee across and then switch sides. Okay? And again, this is for the remainder of that 60 seconds. So look for quality of movement versus how many of them you can do, okay? So we have 5 seconds here. Get your start ready in 3, 2, 1. Swing it out. Do 10 first and see how you do. If you want a little bit more feedback, definitely go up to 12. On the next round, we have 5 rounds of this. And again, I'm standing tall. I don't want to be leaning back. Breathe in, big breath out. Keeping my core tight. My hips, my glutes, my hams are nice and active, loading them up as I go into my catch phase. And done. So, and then I'm onto my tall plank. In front, across. Front, across. Same side, across. Breathing through it. Stay tall. Okay? I don't want that head starting to drop. And then we're losing the shoulder. In 3, 2, rest it up. Nice, 30 seconds rest here. And then we go again. So in the next one, I'm gonna do it with my handy dandy kettlebell. Whew. 15 seconds here. Again, get that heart rate back down to a manageable one. Maybe 6 at this point. So we can go again in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna swing it out. And again, I'm really watching at my position. I don't need to go fast. More of a steady phase. It's a heavier weight for me. So I'm gonna try and keep my position nice and clean. 3, 2, and I think I have one more. Perfect. Nice. And then I go into my knees to elbow. I'm just gonna move my kettlebell over so you can see me. So up and across, up and across. So active on the shoulder, chin tuck, back of the head to the ceiling. Keep my posterior tilt, my core braced. I don't want my guts spilling to the floor. Smooth and control, ideally. 3, 2, and done. Go into your child's pose. Release the shoulder a little bit. Recover. And then we're gonna go again. Perfect. Great work, team. So, ideally, you should be doing the heavier bulk of the workout by the halfway through the work time. So 60 seconds, we should be getting through the 10, 12 kettlebell swing in that 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. This time went fast. Let's go. So I'm using my dumbbells this time. So I can keep my weights together. I get a little bit more forearm with this modality or with this type of resistance because I have to hold on to the kettlebell a bit more. But again, my position doesn't change, right? I bring it into the zipper line, wrist to my inner thigh. I don't want it sliding down to my forearms because then as soon as I go here, it's a lot more pressure on the knee and on the low back. Alrighty? And then my knees to elbow. Smooth and control if we can. Wrist over that shoulder. About shoulder width apart. Chin tucked. Hands active on the floor. And done. Rest it up. What are we at? We're going into our fourth round. Again, this should still be a manageable pace. Maybe a little bit harder than the last one because now the time is shorter. It's a little bit more higher intensity on the movement, but totally manageable. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's get back into your swings. So I don't need that kettlebell to go up very high. I don't want my shoulder pulling it. Breathing in, big breath out. Keep the chest open. Okay, I don't want that chest rounding off. Breathing through it. And done. Good. Knees to elbow. Here we go. So if it's starting to get tired, by all means, go into your plank position, right? Knees to elbow, across. Okay? If it's becoming to be a lot of work for the shoulder and the core is starting to lose it and can't maintain the position, go into your modifications. Again, meet the body where it's at. In 3, 2, rest it up. Whew. Good work, guys. That's awesome. We have one more round. Let's push for one more. You got this. If it's getting warm, crack a window. Wipe that sweat off your eye. Try not to touch your face. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Last round. Keep those toes down, active on the floor. I don't want it curling, trying to grab the floor, okay? Breathing in, big breath out. Nice. And here's our last knees to elbow. Again, smooth, control, okay? Keep that core braced so we're not feeling it on the low back. The shoulder is not collapsing. The head is not falling to the floor, right? You wanna keep your gut intact. The distance between the rib and the hip stays the same. In 3, 2, 1, we are done. You get another 2 minutes here to recover. So recovery is very important. The goal for fitness is never how hard you can go, but it's always how well can you recover so you can go again. All right? It's not how well you drive yourself to the ground. How can you bounce back from that so you can go again? All righty? Another minute and a half. Catch your breath. Walk around. Take small sips. You don't want to be taking big gulps of water, okay? Because then it just fills up the stomach. And if you have too much, it's going to want to come back out. So be aware of that. Good. Nice. See if you can relax that shoulder. If you're starting to feel that come up now, do a couple of shoulder roll. Really release that neck. Breathing right through. So the last one. is just gonna be body weights. Okay, we're gonna do 15 body weight squats, and then we're gonna do burpee over our backpacks for the rest of the time for 40 seconds. And then 20 seconds, we get to recharge, and then we have about 6 rounds of that. Alrighty, so 6 rounds, 40-second work, 20-second rest. We're gonna do, sorry, did I say 15 squats? Let's do 12. I think 12 is pretty doable so that we can put in more burpees. Why not? Everybody loves burpees. Right? Am I right? That's right. Okay, 20 seconds to go. You don't need any weights on here other than your burpee, other than your backpack, your towel, your foam roller, whatever, to hop over or laterally jump over. Okay? So I'm gonna get my backpack ready there so you can see it. We have about 5 seconds, right? So at this point, we should have recovered already. In 3, 2, 1, 12 body weight squats, go. You got it. Nice. So again, full depth, come up, full depth, come up. So we can go a little bit faster here. We're unloaded, right? Nothing is weighing us down. Nothing is letting that core dissipate on us. And then we come down, chest to floor. We can hop over or step over. Come back down for the rest of the time. Both feet if you want, 10 seconds to go. Or you can go there. You can step back. You can jump back. 2, done. See? Easy peasy. You got it. So pick up the pace a little bit more in the squat. It's a little bit safer. It's a movement we all know, right? Ready, 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Back in your squats, right? Keep that posture. Hips go down, mid-foot weight. Standing tall. Nice, and then you can go into your burpee. Hop over or skip over. Jump back, jump in, feet together, hop, step back, come up on your knees, step forward, modify it. That's a good sustainable pace. 3 seconds to go. 2, and rest it out. Burpee always gets the heart rate up, right? Awesome, awesome. That's great. So at the end of that, it should feel like a 7-8, right? You have 5 seconds. We're gonna go again. 3, 2, let's go. So yeah, push the range a little bit more as long as that knee and the toe stays tracking. So if you can go a little bit deeper on it, by all means, right? And then pushing through on your burpees. Breathing. Land softly as you jump over, okay guys? I don't want that knee locking out and taking all that strain. 3, 2, done. Whew, that is fun. Halfway through, guys. 10 seconds. So this one only lets you recover to maybe about a 6, 7, right? And it's starting to feel like an 8, 9. Ready, set, back to your squats right now. Breathing. Even I'm not talking as much now. Pushing right through it, guys. Great work. Obviously, I can't count and move at the same time. So I'm just gonna take a peek at my timer and go with that one. Breathing through it, stepping over if you want, 5 seconds. 3, 2, rest it up. Oh, heart rate's definitely up. Walk it off. You got it. 2 more rounds. Doing great, guys. 10 seconds. Back into your squats in 3, 2, let's go. Right? So I'm still keeping my posture. I don't want to start to get sloppy and bounce at the bottom, okay? Keep control of that core and moderate that movement, okay? We want it to be an active squat, not just a fall in the hole kind of squat. Alrighty? Then I'm back into my burpees. And now, as you can see, I'm just stepping over because I don't want my heart rate to go up over that 8 number. And done. So definitely at that last bit of it, it'd be pretty hard to start talking, right? There should be no more talking at the tail end of that. 5 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2. I think this is our last round. Is it? If it is, give me a thumbs up. Is this our last round? Yeah, thanks, Karen. Thanks, Ines. I know you guys will keep me on top of it. Good. Breathing right through. Again, watch that knee and toe alignment. We don't want it to be going in. I don't want it driving forward either. Okay, I don't want this. We want to be sitting in and driving out. I gotta catch up with you guys. We have 5 seconds. 3, 2, and we're done. Woo! Great work, team. As always, fist bump for me. Couple of elbow bumps. Great work. Clear up your area. Grab a mat, and we'll cool down. Whew. Great work, guys. Awesome work. Good push. So tomorrow we'll do more of a steady state. We'll add a little bit more weight in some parts of it. The other parts will be more of a supporting movement. So your single leg hip drives, your shoulder taps, those kind of things, to really slow some of the things down and get us back ready for the weekend, because it's fun. So my goal is not to kill anybody on the weekend. Get you to go out, get ready for the weekend. Nice. So let's start with your 90-90 shin box that some of you are already started. Spend a little bit more time where you feel tightest. So if you're feeling tighter on one side versus the other, let's go and do a nice little hinge forward without letting that chest collapse, right? So I don't want us coming down here. Keep that tall posture, driving forward, breathing right through. And then if you want to add a nice rotation with a reach over, both knees stays down, get tall. By all means, let's do that. Try and release wherever you're feeling that tightness. So we're gonna do 3 on this side, and then we're gonna swing over. So if I was from here, I'm gonna swing over and do the same thing here. I'm gonna reach in, thread my needle across. I'm gonna come up and reach towards you without letting either of my knee up. Keep my posture tall. Obviously, this is my tighter side because my ribs are collapsed. This is tighter on this side. So I come in, breathe a couple more times there to let it release. So maybe instead of doing 3 on this side, I might do 4. And then I might get my hands to give me a little bit of a help to get into a little bit more of a range. Nice. And then after that, we're gonna go on all fours, quadruped position, hands and knee, and we're gonna get into your cat-cow. Breathing right through, segment that spine to the ceiling, and then slowly bring it back up, chest up. I want the hands active in this position, okay? The hands not just hanging out. It's pushing and pulling as I roll my spine up and down, right? So here I'm pushing the floor away, and then here I'm pulling the heel of my hand towards my knee. And then I push the floor away again. Okay? And then after that, we're gonna come up. We're gonna go into your half kneeling position. And let's go into your rotational twist. Okay, so flat on the hands first. And then we're gonna go down to your elbow for 2. And that will open up the hip, hopefully. And this side is always easy. So now let's see you go the other way. And again, listen to the body. If this is as far as it'll let you go, that is it, okay? If you can go a little bit deeper, which I can't, and I'm not gonna try, and I know in my back a little bit more. Good, so do 2 to 4 on that side, and then we're gonna switch sides, right? So same thing, opening on the easy side first. Nice and slow, and then from the hand, and then if I can go from the elbow, that's fine too. Watch that this knee doesn't collapse in, okay? I actually want it to drive up a little bit forward without going over the toe. And then I'm gonna go the other way. So there I could feel my inside thigh a little bit more, my adductors. And then if I can go down a little bit more, which I can't again, I'm just gonna go and listen to that body and only go as far as it'll let me. Perfect. And then we're gonna finish off with one upward facing dog to a downward facing dog. And let's pedal that through. Take your time. Go back into your tall plank, drop the knee, and finish into your child's pose. Take a couple of deep breaths there, really releasing as you go through. Breathing through wherever you're feeling that tightness. Okay? Meeting your body where it's at. And when we're done, we are good to go. Awesome work.